heart of ancient Japan, where honor was a samurai's very soul. A young warrior named Kato stood with a fire in his eyes. He saw the revered elder, Master Kenji, a living legend, whose calm demeanor masked a lifetime of battles. Kato's heart pounded with ambition. I will show them my worth, he thought. This duel will prove my strength. He stepped forward, his voice clear and bold, challenging the seasoned warrior to a duel. A test of steel and spirit that would echo through their clan. He would not be denied his place among the greats. As the sun bled crimson across the sky, casting long, somber shadows, the two warriors faced each other on a silent field. The air was thick with unspoken tension, fueled by youthful fire. Kato charged first, his blade a silver blur of aggression. He was a storm of furious energy, confident in his speed and power. But Master Kenji was a mountain, unmoving. He moved with a deliberate, almost graceful economy, his feet rooted to the earth, anticipating every one of Kato's reckless strikes. The clash of their swords was the only sound, a sharp, rhythmic punctuation in the evening calm. Each clang a note in a deadly song. Kato, growing desperate, gathered all his strength for a final, decisive blow. He lunged, putting every ounce of his pride and frustration behind the strike. But in his haste, he overextended. His blade met Kenji's with a sickening crack that echoed across the field, a sound far louder than any clash of steel. The blade snapped, the top half spinning into the grass. Kato stared in disbelief at the jagged, useless hilt in his hand. The broken sword was more than just a failed weapon. It was a symbol of his shattered pride, his foolish impulsiveness, his honor. Broken in two, Master Kenji lowered his own sword, the polished steel gleaming in the twilight. He took a step back, his eyes not filled with triumph, but with a deep, weary wisdom. Honor is fragile, he said, his voice calm yet carrying the weight of 100 battles. In a single moment, it can be broken, just like your sword. True strength is not found in the sharpness of the blade, but in the discipline of the mind and the humility of the heart. Kato, disarmed and defeated, could only bow his head. The shame was a physical weight, crushing him. The walk back to his clan was the longest of Kato's life. He moved slowly, the broken sword hanging at his side like a mark of disgrace. The eyes of his fellow warriors, once filled with envy or camaraderie, now held only pity and disappointment. The clan leader's gaze was as sharp as any blade. His voice was cold. You sought glory, but have brought us only dishonor. Kato tried to speak, to explain his ambition, but his words felt hollow, lost in the shadow of his public failure. The silent judgment of his peers was his true punishment. Alone in his room, the world outside silenced, Kato stared at the fractured pieces of his sword. They lay on the floor, a reflection of his own broken spirit. I wanted to be strong, he whispered to the empty room. I wanted to be respected, but in my foolish pride, I have become nothing. He finally understood the crushing truth. Honor, a lifetime's pursuit, could be lost in a single, reckless moment, and the path to regaining it seemed impossibly long, shrouded in the darkness of his own making. Kato stepped out into the dawn, a changed man. The fire in his eyes was gone, replaced by a deep, hollow sorrow. He walked away from his home, into the unknown, his future as uncertain as the morning mist. His journey was not over. In fact, it had just begun. For it is said that while it takes a lifetime to build honor, and only a moment to lose it, the true test of a warrior is not in how they win, but in how they rise from the ashes of their own downfall. Thank you so much for watching this tale. If you were moved by Kato's story, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories from history and legend. We'll see you next time.